welcome to another Fantasy Football Safe Space presented to you by the Fantasy Shot Callers. I'm accompanied with my brother from another mother, Brother Fox. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. My computer's not, but I'm doing well.
Okay. And on my right hand side, the man, the myth, the legend, Big E, the king of the South. So cold, he frozen.
Yeah, so Cody. Frozen, baby. What's up? What's up? Blessed and highly favored. Hey, as always good to chop it up with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Hey, thankful, man. Fantasy is hard. We just so hey, man, I got some venting to do.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think we all do.
Yeah.
Before we get into that venting, Brother Fox, how can the good folks take care of us?
As always, y'all can give us that HBO special. If you don't know, the HBO special is the Help a Brother Out special. So help some brothers out. Hit that like button, subscribe. It truly goes a long way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where y'all want to take it?
Mm, Lord, it's angles. We got injuries. You know what I'm saying? I know Pacheco. I just wanted to talk about ask Brother Fox. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
His expertise off the gate. Do we go for Steele? I like P Ryan myself. I just think y'all
Ooh.
it is about to just start throwing the ball. So I'm asking you, who do you think the running back is going to be while Pacheco is out?
I think it's going to be a combination of Carson Steele and P. Rod. I do feel like the bulk of the carries initially, at least, will be Carson Steele. But again, Carson Steele, he was an undrafted free agent for a reason. You know, he does have a similar running style, similar to like Kareem Hunt, but he doesn't have that long range speed. So it's like you know on third downs, P. Ryan's going to be in, and like you said, they may actually pass the ball slight bit more. So we'll see what happens.
Right. Okay.
Who you targeting, Biggie?
Who am I talking? Well, I like P Ryan. I think you know what I'm saying. Seeing as they're going to pass more, I don't think there's any question. While Pacheco getting healed, you know what I'm saying. I think that they're going to go and dump off, and P Ryan will be perfect. You know, I know people were saying about Kareem Hunt, and you know that kind of makes me, you know, I'm like the Cinderella story, like Kareem Hunt gets to come back. They try to win their third like Super Bowl. I'm like, don't try to rig it for Kansas City just yet, you know. But I think I would go with P Ryan just because he catches passes. And if you had to pick one Fox, if you had to pick one guy.
If I had to pick one, are we talking about for the duration of the injury, or are we talking about
Yeah,
just for next week?
you
For
just
the
got to
duration,
you
for
got
the
to put
duration of the injury, I think P. Ryan is going to be probably your best pickup. But I think next week it's going to be Carson Steele.
Mm. Yeah. They what? Atlanta Sunday Night Football?
Yeah, Atlanta Sunday Night Football should be a hell of a game.
I don't think it is. I think it's gonna be a blowout.
I don't know. Good. I think it's going to be good. I mean, I'm really impressed. You know, Bijan impressed me, and I'm impressed with hey, they put stuff the backfield. They really so I like Kirk Cousins, he played a little bit better. Oh,
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City 31, Atlanta 17.
woo,
Yeah,
man, it's possible. That's a possibility.
yeah.
I think Kansas City has something to prove, at least offensively. Last week was not a good offensive performance by their own standards. They turned over the ball way too much. 3 turnovers to none. Well, one for the Cincinnati Bengals. So I feel like they're going to come out firing, showing a little bit more. And again, Atlanta has left they didn't. I never want to sit here and say that another team lost the game, but the Eagles lost that game. If they catch that one, if Saquon Barkley catches that pass and turns that field 1 yard, it's game over. Good teams don't let other teams come back like that. Plus they let them drive down the field in 3 plays. Like, come on now.
Yeah. that was rough. Oh, they in here.
That's
I
what's
let
up.
I let one comment go and then they just flew up. Sup, Albert, legendary fourth member. Hopefully doing well. Hopefully you're blessed. We got Mr. Santos said, got my first win, but lost Pacheco. Dang.
Mm.
I'm gonna move this real quick. Do y'all reckon I hold on to him? Do you not have an IR spot? If not, I think you still got to hold on to him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely look for the low ball offers that's gonna come your way and do not accept. I mean,
Mm.
that's the man.
Especially 2 weeks from now or so, yeah, you're gonna start getting some real low ball offers for
Yeah.
Pacheco.
I mean,
They're gonna think you're desperate.
yeah, they definitely will hit you now. When it's starting time where he's about to come back, they kind of up the price a little bit, still trying to pay low, but
Yeah,
definitely hold them. Just hold them. Hopefully you have some running backs, but you can let
yeah.
us know.
Give us your roster. We'll hook you up.
Casey will be okay. They got the reps. Some I'm legit. I'm sick and tired of
Yes.
crybaby ass fans out there,
Yeah,
bro. If you watch the game in totality, like literally the play
man.
before the fourth down conversion, Kansas City converts a 3rd and 13, and they call hands to the face. And it was a clear hands to the face penalty. Next play, it's the DB got there early. Like this, the DB was so stunned by what he did, he stayed there out on the field after the Bengals had already left. He stayed there on the field and pouted because he knew he lost the game for his fucking team. But here comes these crybaby ass fans because their
Mm.
teams ain't worth a damn. Whoa, the refs. Like, come on now. You would have wanted that call in your game for your team as well. It's a penalty is a penalty regardless of when it happens in the game. The good teams just don't make that bad decision. Like, he's a rookie. He's a rookie 7th-round draft pick. What do you think was going to happen?
Mm.
That's a good call, man. Because hey, I sent you a meme too talking about the refs. Yep, y'all all those
Now, but see,
Duke calls. Those are Duke. You know what I'm saying? Calls. I'm talking college basketball. They all those kind of like 20 calls. I know the Raiders call, but that's what's up.
yeah, it was not about your message to me, Big E. It's just like legitimately, I got like 10 of them, bro, and it's all from fans of like, hey, come on now. It's every team in the book. They just feel that the league cheats for Kansas City, and I'm just like, oh, get out of here with that mess.
No doubt, no doubt. And Pat Mahomes is very suspect. Hey, so what's up? I'm gonna throw out the all mud for the first 2 weeks. What's
Let's
up?
take it there. Let's take it there.
I might as well. So I'm not. I'm gonna move through the names quickly. You guys hold on to some of these names and let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this hurt a lot of people. Number one, Bryce Young, yo, hurt me to the core. Hurt me to the core to see the brother get benched. But the Red Rocket, he's ready. You know what I'm saying? The Red Rifle, he's ready. So I mean, go ahead, put Bryce Young, and somewhere deep, drop him. That's for super flex team. That's just super flex. Christian Kirk was killing brothers out there. 1 yard loss, one kick. Sam Laporta. Laporta was trash. We all know. Hey, Laporta. I mean, he just ain't got into the end zone, but you know what I'm saying. Travis Kelce. You know I got to say it, brother Fox, and I know you're gonna say it, but he been dirt. The first 2 games he been trash. He really has been trash. Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson throwing 50%, you know what I'm saying, passes, two picks that I know of. He mud. I got to stop with Richardson because you said Richardson was that guy.
For fantasy, he's still averaging 20.
But
He's not a good football in reality.
Yeah.
In real life, in real world, no, he's not that guy. But for fantasy purposes,
Yeah,
he,
I agree.
he's still
Yeah.
serving you. I still wouldn't feel.
it's the rushing. It's the rushing.
That's tough, man. That's tough. back to the list. Zamir White,
Oh,
complete trash. Everybody was on the Zamir White train, even myself.
I
All
was.
he is mud.
He dirt. He dirt.
Yeah, he
He
dirt.
need volume. He need more touches.
He
Yeah.
dirt. I'm gonna go there. Josh Allen. Josh Allen, he didn't have a touchdown last game. He was trash. You know what I'm saying? 11 points in a league that I have him in. Swift.
Oh yeah, you do have.
I have him. Yeah, and I got him in 2 leagues. Matter of fact, yeah. So Swift, Swift that had in both games 24 rushes, 48 yards, man. 2 yards a carry, man. I mean, the grass wasn't greener. He should have stayed in Philly if they was gonna keep him. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, he's not behind the number one offensive line. That makes a difference.
Definitely. Caleb, and my list is coming up. Tank Dell, Caleb, and Tua. Tua, I got to put you on the list. I'm not cutting you no slack. You threw 3 picks before you got knocked out. And I think the knockout was kind of out of frustration, man. He just rammed the guy. He already know he get concussions.
He didn't look like he got hit that hard, to be honest with you.
It did.
I'm like, yo, why are you going to go head first into somebody knowing you've been on the stretch just a few months before? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing?
He ready to
And of
call
all
it,
people,
bro.
and of all people to make that tackle, Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin's chest collided with
Ah,
Tua's head.
I thought the same thing.
You can't write that script better.
Right. I'm like, yo, he not golly to, but Tua, it wasn't even a hard hit to me. Yeah. Okay.
What was your biggest takeaway, Brother Fox?
My takeaway from this year so far has just been, I feel like injuries are dictating
Yes.
teams. Injuries happen in football, and it's the unlucky few like myself always end up with injured people on their team. But this year, more than most, you're talking a lot of premier second, third, fourth round draft picks from a majority of teams have been injured this early in the season. And it's like the guys that we were looking at and counting on, like a Zamir White, to step up to an RB2 kind of role.
Yeah.
Some of them have fizzled out. And so it's like, right now, I feel like the whole fantasy community is like grasping for straws. We're like, shit, who's going to play this week? Who's going to play well? Like Josh Allen made the all dirt team this week, all mud team this week. Last week, he had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
hey,
who's to say who's going to show out on a week-to-week basis? It's like it's damn near a gamble at this point.
Right. I mean, like you said, Cooper could have been in it. Pittman could have been in it. Scary Terry. I mean, all these names. I mean, nobody's reliable. Kelsey, the one that scares me. Kelsey really scares me. He might have been seeing some double coverage. Certain people covered.
You cut out for a little bit for there. I couldn't hear all of it there, Big E.
Oh, sorry. I said Brock.
Hey, yeah, Brock Bowers looks like he's legit. He's for
Right.
sure. Right now, he might be tied in one for fantasy this year so far. I've noticed just in general, as a league wide statement, the tight end position this year has just been trash across the board.
Yes.
LaPorte has been awful.
Yes.
McBride has been terrible. Kelsey has been awful. And I didn't watch all these games as close as I say I watched the Chiefs. I see the bracket coverages that Kelsey's getting, but Kelsey's used to that. He's been getting that for 2 to 3 years. But I feel like some of these other tight ends are starting to get these bracket coverages. And you see that they're just not getting the football. And these quarterbacks would rather go away from those elite targets than to go to somebody else.
Says, this is my team. Quarterback, Derek Carr. Running backs, Connor, J.K., Pacheco, Jay Williams, Gus Edwards, Bucky Irving. Receivers, Garrett Wilson, Rasheed Rice, DJ Moore, Ladd, BTJ, and Trey. I'm 1-1 right now. Yeah, just sit tight. You got Dobbins and Connor to keep you afloat.
Yeah. Dobbins and counter, keep your flow. Rashid get the ball. Wilson's another one. Wilson's been a dud so far this year too.
I
Yeah.
And
mean,
DJ Moore, I'm selling all my stock for all Bears. I'm selling
Everything
hard.
Chicago got to go.
Everything got to go, bruh.
right.
Unless their defense is they're playing excellent. Their defense is almost playing as good as the Raiders' defense, but it's just their offense is so mf and pitiful. They can barely get a first down.
Yeah.
Like DJ Moore got frustrated at the end of the game because he ran a route purposely to leave the sideline open for Caleb Williams to hit him, and Caleb underthrew it by 5 yards.
I'm going to throw
Yeah.
it by like 5 yards.
That's the one he
Man,
got.
And no, that was like a 15-yard out route.
Yeah.
15-yard out. He
seen that,
ran that
bro.
route so perfect.
I could see the
to
frustration.
He threw the helmet on the sideline, and I was like, bruh.
Yeah.
That's some good.
It's not only
Hey,
their
I'm selling.
move.
I'm thinking the same thing what you saying with DJ Moore. Just looking at the list of players, he could try to strengthen up the running back position, seeing as Pacheco got hurt, and Dobbins, man, I'm just afraid of Dobbins. If I would move one, I would move DJ Moore.
Or package Pacheco with DJ Moore and try to get a little upgrade.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Something like that. That's another option.
I'm not going to front with y'all. I've been trying to trade DJ Moore all week. I got DJ Moore in 2 leagues, and every time I try to trade him, it seems like a lot of the fantasy community is out on the Bears. And so it's like no one wants to take your trades for DJ Moore unless it's unbelievably in their favor.
Hey,
right. Hey, and you still gotta start him. That's the bad part.
Yeah. That's like Jalen Waddle. I'm a Jalen Waddle owner. One part. I don't know why I got him, but it's hard to sell Jalen Waddle, bro.
You felt risky this year because you drafted uncharacteristically. You took Tyron and CMC and Olave. I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
with Big E.
I went for it. I mean, like you said, if I would have skipped on CMC and when I would have got St. Brown, you would have got CMC. Just so happened I got him. Nobody cares about fantasy. I mean, I like the way they handle everything. That hurt. You know that before the week. They won't feel enough to go to IR. I just don't like the way they strung it out.
Yeah, that Jordan Mason pickup is keeping me barely afloat. I'm talking about like my nose is at the tip of the waterline. I'm barely up.
I'm face. I'm nose. I'm knee deep.
Hey, I'm right, slightly above you, Brother Fox. In the Vegas League, Rio's 2-0. Everyone else is 1-1. Uh-oh.
Brother Fox, there you go.
Everybody else 1-1. It's hard. It's hard.
Hey, Rio been playing some ball. He really, I mean, he had beat me like he got 144. He got like 170 this week, so it's crazy. Rio really.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you his team either.
Yeah, Greg's doing the same thing.
And went off again, dropping a nasty 5.1.
Yeah.
Hey, Pierce is the one to own, right?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And
Pierce might only catch one. Pierce might only catch 1 or 2 balls.
Same with Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, with 94, 97?
Yeah, 2 receptions, I believe. Since we're talking about Brian Thomas Jr. and you left him off the mud list.
I like him.
What the hell's going on with Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah. Hey, so many that could be on the mud list. I didn't want to get, just take up all the time. It was But Trevor Lawrence, I mean, hey, Sunshine done lost his game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's happened to him. He playing like he used to play. I think he was better as rookie. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's
That
like
sophomore year, that first year with Doug Peterson, it looked like okay, the league has been put on notice. I think they even beat Herbert, came back and beat Herbert in the first round of the wild card.
right. That was the year. That was the one.
That was the year, right? And we're like, oh shoot, gave him Calvin Ridley, and he ain't been the same.
Trevor Lawrence is like that 50 Cent album. He got rich and stopped trying, bro. That's all it is.
Bro, he was bummed last year before he got rich.
Right.
Buns, bro, buns. It's like, but Jacksonville knows if without Trevor Lawrence, he at least makes them remotely relevant. Whereas without Trevor Lawrence, they don't even have a chance for the playoffs. So they'd rather have a buns quarterback. And at this point, there's no excuse. He had the offensive weapons.
Yeah.
I think one thing I have seen universally across every team this year, the offensive line play this year in the NFL has just been horrible.
Yeah.
Particularly the tackles. It seems like every goddamn team, regardless if you're good or bad, they have one bad tackle. Like every team, like no one is. Even the teams that you think have elite lines, like the Lions, like Jared Goff was running for his life this past game.
Yeah.
And it just makes you think, like, I know Tom Brady came out and talked about how the quarterback play has been diminished and how a lot of these guys in the NFL are one-read quarterbacks. I feel a lot of these spread offenses in college just aren't. They're not producing these elite linemen like an Orlando Pace anymore. You're getting guys out here who, one-trick ponies, and even that one trick ain't that good.
I heard that. We got a question. Do you think Tony Pollard is going to crack 800 yards this season? Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They're using him in all different kinds of ways. Jet sweeps out the backfield, catching the ball. He's looked good.
In which Tajay Spears got hurt. He got injured, so I don't know exactly the whole extent, but he was injured. So Pollard uptick. It's looking like the best pick in the draft right now for me.
You talking about Pollard?
Yeah, Pollard looking real good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But opposed to like Brock Bowers, I'm talking about with Tajay gone now, and if he gets all the carries.
You know who I was big on, and I only took him in 1 out of 3 drafts? Chris Godwin, wide receiver 1.
Yes, I got him in the league. I think I got him in the I'm not sure. I had to check box. I had to look. I'm killing him.
He should have never moved him from the slot.
Right. I messed up and played Malik Neighbors because he killed the first week, and then he killed this last week too. So I didn't lose that much, just a few points. But I'm like, man, Neighbors went off. He killed as well. And Marvin Harrison Jr. went off. I love to see it. You could see the relief on his face. When he caught the first touchdown, he was smiling. When he caught that 60-yarder, he went to the sideline. You could see joy. You saw joy in his face. If I could say, because he was so happy to get that relief off of him. Now it's time to shine.
Tyler trying to play it too cool. Like, bro, there's a reason y'all took him number 4 overall. Just feed the man.
Yeah.
It's not my job to. No, it is your job.
Yeah, exactly. You better make it your job. Right? How about
right? That? Before we wrap up, give me 1 or 2 waiver names that you guys are targeting.
Okay.
I feel the clear number 1 waiver that you're going to see for the majority of people are going to be, Carson Steele. Everyone's trying to figure out the Kansas City running back situation. I personally think Carson's going to have an excellent game next week. I honestly, hold me accountable. Carson still scores a touchdown next week for the Kansas City Chiefs. So I think he'll be a hell of a pickup. And if you can, get that Cuff P. Ryan or Cuff Hunt. Hunt's
right.
gonna, he's been put on the practice squad for now. The man's come off the couch. So if he does have any relevancy, it's going to be at least 2 weeks before he can get into football shape and really get out there. So we'll see what happens.
Right.
I got a question for you, Big E.
Go ahead.
Which Rams receiver are you looking at?
What is the guy? It's number 18. Is it Johnson? Tyler Johnson? Something like that.
That's the tight end. I forgot his name. I think it's Callahan or.
Oh, not him. Well, I ain't talking about the tight end. I said I know who you're talking.
There's Robinson. There's Tutu Atwell.
Right, it might be. Well, Robinson's all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
Robinson.
Tutu had some drops this last game. I trust Tutu.
Hey, Tutu dirt, bro.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
dirt, bro. He dirt.
Yeah, Robinson though, he can catch. He's shown that. So, I mean, hey, they busted up in LA. They busted up, and I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, you know, Matt Stafford, he's in for a rough one. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not on IR. We just talked about Cup now. After that 21 catches, he on IR.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's rough out there for a pimp in fantasy football. That's all I got to say this week. It is hard out there for a pimp.
It is. Before we head out, there is a name that I've frequently seen being brought up. We know him as Q1. As a Chief and a Raider, you guys taking him serious? You guys think he's worth rostering? Brother Fox, what you got?
Bruh, he put up 2 touchdowns against the Carolina Panthers. You know how many offensive possessions that you get when you play against the Carolina Panthers? You get at least 3 extra, bruh. I don't give a damn who they got out there. We all talked about this off the air. Carolina needs to blow it up. GM, quarterback, coach, start all over next year. And, you know, they drafted J.C. Horn a couple years ago, who's been fighting injuries. But every time I see him in a highlight, he getting toasted. So, do I think Q1 can play? No, I don't. I don't think he's viable. Let your league mates go ahead and pick up Q1. Let them put him on their roster. But I'd avoid him like the plague. I wouldn't touch any other than running backs for that Chargers offense. They're out there running I formation power formations. Like, come on now, they ain't trying to get the ball to no receivers.
Right. Hey, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. You couldn't have said it. I couldn't have said it better. I just saw something that shot chills up my spine of terror. I saw FloJo just sent me a trade offer, and it just popped up talking about, hey, check your DMs. No Flo, no Flo. You're not wasting my time. Not tonight. Much love.
Brother Fox, before we wrap it up, how can the good folks take care of us?
As always, y'all can give us that HBO special. If you don't know by now, the HBO special is the Help a Brother Out special to help some brothers out. Hit that like button, subscribe. It truly, truly goes a long way.
I'm 7 o'clock. That was Brother Fox. This is Big E. We are the Fantasy Football Safe Space crew. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. We'll see you next Tuesday, 7 p.m.
Go Chiefs. 3-0, baby. We about to be.